Well, this is going to be a very thirsty entry because it is past 7 o'clock. It is still over 90 degrees. I still don't know if that AC works, and so we are potentially looking at a very hot boy weekend. Now, we will do the walk around of the total Dusha bakery of this once we get to Gambletown because we need to get out there. Now, before, we actually do need to christen this thing. So, whether you go regular or unleaded, for anyone that is living vicariously through me, pouring these out for you. Gambler 500, let's do this. Officially, finally gambling. Now with having a Hummer H3, you might think that I'd be sitting pretty as the best off-roader in camp. But honestly, I'm starting to wonder if I'm not the one in the safest vehicle because look at all these monstrosities that are out here. I've even been invited out there. So anyways, I was thinking to myself, what could be possibly better than gambling one Hummer this year? That's right. We're gonna gamble two. So until next time at the Gambler 500, this is Kyle Kildall from H2RC Adventures, and I'll see you on the next one.
Wake up, Kyle. Wake up, Kyle. Wake up!
What the hell? Well, that was anticlimactic. What I thought was going to be the kickoff to my Gambler 500 weekend turned out to be the ending of my Gambler 500 weekend. So once I had finished filming that, I packed up the tent and did a little fun tour of Gambler Town. Had an absolute blast. Got a couple pictures posted to the channel's Instagram. I'll go ahead and have that linked in the show notes. From there, I went ahead and posted up and realized it was about 3 o'clock. And while I was decently hydrated, I had not had a bite to eat that entire day. One nibble into a protein bar made me realize that that was not going to happen whatsoever. Now, the other thing about this was about the time where people's phones were dying or refusing to charge because it was genuinely that hot. And so the Hummer had a dead battery and my jump boxes just refused to work. We had to get a good Samaritan, good gambler, to go ahead and breathe this thing into life. I decided to go ahead and just escape this entire heat and go get some Chipotle. But on the drive there, check engine light came on, and then also the transmission temperatures rose to the point where it was genuinely starting to struggle shifting. By genuine chance, I was also on the direction that it was going to take to get me out of town. And I made the decision that at that point, I was no longer gambling, I was being reckless. So I just got my ass home. Now, I am no doctor, honestly. I'm an aspiring content creator, so let's lower our expectations. But I'm genuinely glad that I got myself home because I had to sleep the next day. So while I don't know if I genuinely had heat exhaustion, I know that it was starting to whisper some sweet nothings into my ear. So while I want to say that that's a failure, I genuinely don't believe it because I put myself on an aggressive goal. I made it there, and basically the only thing that called it off was extenuating circumstance. So yeah, I think that this was a successful weekend. Now, what we're going to do with our Hummers is a different question, but let's get out of this tent and we'll dive into that further.
And if that wasn't even enough, to add insult on top of insult, this isn't even the only Hummer that got damaged at the Gambler. Now, I do plan on doing an entire video in the future dedicated on how I modernized this almost 20-year-old RC car, but right now we're just going to focus on what's broken. Now, until further notice, this thing is going to be a micro-sized mall crawler because unfortunately, front-wheel drive just decided to peace out. Also sad to report that there are current TV shows about real housewives that are being held together in this front body mount. It's not supposed to do that. Thankfully, Future Kyle knows how to fix all of that. Badly, Future Kyle isn't here tonight. You're going to have to see him next episode. So until then, my name is Kyle from H2RC Adventures, and I'll see you on the next one.